Hey, what's up? And today I'm doing a quick post-store review of the Nerf Vendetta swords. These are a ton of fun to use, and if you've ever used any of the Nerf foam swords or axes, etc., you know that they're a ton of fun, and these are no exception. These are both each a bit shorter than the Vantage swords, which are the smaller version of the full-size Nerf sword, and these are just a bit shorter than them individually, but together they hook on. There is the male connector end right there, and the female is on the other side, and they hook together and they lock. So they're a lot of fun to use. I'll show you how that works now, and I'll show you how I carried them around during the war. Okay, now as you can see here in this close-up, this is the locking mechanism for the swords. They have a little groove cut in here, and a little pushy button right here that has a spring in between them. So they're pretty fun, and they make this really nice. So what you do is you take the two ends, you push them together. Now you can still pull them apart at this side, so what you need to do is when you put them in, you need to turn them until you hear a little clicking sound, and these blue bars will line up, and then it's locked together. You can't take them apart. And then to release the lock, you take one finger on each side, you push in both buttons, you turn, pull. And it's pretty easy, but it's a very effective mechanism, and it can be done really quickly. Okay, now to do a close-up on the sword itself, because it has a lot of detailing in it. You can see towards the back, this is the female connector side with the larger, almost coupler piece. It's major portions of it are different shades of gray, silver, and black, and there's little accents of blue, which I think make it look really cool. Moving from the handle up, you could see that it's got a very nice sized handle. It fits a hand very comfortably. I have pretty large hands and it fits it very well. There are the hilt piece. I'm not sure if that's what it's called. I can't remember at the moment. But moving forward, you have the Nerf logo with the Enforce logo right following it, and it's got this nice silver blade with blue accents. And moving towards the tip. Now this sword is extremely nice foam, unlike some of the other products. It's a very dense foam. It's hard to squish, and it's pretty nice. It's got a nice spine running through the sword up until the very tip, which makes the tip the only flimsy part. Like right here, starting about like right here, it's really solid, but that is my only thing, is that the tip of the sword is a bit flimsy, but that's probably for safety purposes. Okay, now this is how the swords were carried, because who doesn't love duct tape? It was a back holster type setup where I had one on each side of my shoulder, and it was pretty fun. This is just duct tape, basically. It's a big pouch. Up here there's a divider to stop the swords from swinging around, so there's like a free space for them to go in, but then they cannot move past this little divider, so it keeps them each on one side from swinging around. On the other side, how I held it onto my back was from my backpacking stuff. This was a leftover strap. You can buy these individually at Walmart, and they're pretty cheap. So I had a couple of them, so I used one, and I just, using a couple pieces of duct tape, held it on to make a back holster design. And the best part is, it's still adjustable because of the strap that I used, so if someone else wanted to use it, and it buckles too. It's kind of hard to do with one hand, but it buckles. So I'll show you really quick. Once again, just snaps right in the locks, and to release it's like any other buckle. Goes right out. It's a lot of fun to use. It's not like a super clean setup, however, it was the night before and I figured I'd make it. So it was a lot of fun. These swords held up great, and the extended reach was awesome for that extra moment when you need to outreach someone else. It's pretty awesome when you connect those swords together, and you can even throw them at someone because they're pretty nice. And I did that, so it was pretty fun. Overall, these are amazing swords. If you like any of the Enforce line, you should definitely pick these up. They're a great purchase. They were a lot of fun to use, and thank you for watching.